Have you noticed how some people attract opportunity, while others stay stuck in the same painful cycle? It's not luck. It's not destiny. Carl Jung discovered a hidden force that bends reality in your favor, but only if you activate it. This secret can turn struggle into meaning, chaos into clarity, and open doors you never knew existed. And it begins with one simple shift. Gratitude. Gratitude, in its purest expression, isn't a fleeting feeling that appears only when life pleases us. It's not just a warm reaction to a moment of luck or comfort. In Carl Jung's depth psychology, gratitude is a state of consciousness, a way of relating to existence that reaches down into the roots of the psyche. It's an inner recognition that meaning can exist even in uncertainty, confusion, or darkness. Jung taught that every psyche contains both light and shadow. Real spiritual growth isn't about rejecting one side, but integrating both. Gratitude is the choice to honor the light, not by pretending the shadow isn't there, but by recognizing that darkness gives the light its purpose. It's not an escape from discomfort, but a deep willingness to stay present with life exactly as it is. That's why the most transformative gratitude doesn't surface during easy seasons. It often rises in the middle of loss, doubt, or chaos. Jung's process of individuation, the inner journey toward wholeness, inevitably leads us through the hidden forests of the unconscious. In that journey, gratitude becomes like a lantern. It doesn't reveal the whole path, but it does illuminate the next step. When you can genuinely thank life for what it's teaching you inside your pain, something shifts. Suddenly you begin to see that everything that arrives carries purpose. This is not forced positivity. It's conscious acceptance, without resistance, without war. Gratitude, through Jung's lens, isn't a decorative attitude. It's a tool of inner transformation. It's a kind of alchemy, where the heaviness of experience slowly turns into the gold of wisdom. To practice gratitude isn't to deny your history. It's to hold everything you've lived and realize how each event shaped the person you've become. Instead of dividing your life into good and bad, you begin to accept everything as part of a greater wholeness. That acceptance creates something rare: inner peace. Jung suggested that gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a stance, a worldview, in which you're no longer a victim of fate, but an active participant in the unfolding of your life. Through gratitude, reality suddenly appears meaningful rather than random. People who broke your heart become teachers. Disappointments become invitations. This isn't naive optimism. It's courage, the courage to say, "I see you and I'm thankful, even to your wounds." In that moment, gratitude stops being a reaction and becomes your foundation. There are days when life seems to line up perfectly. When you meet the right person at the exact right time, stumble onto the exact answer you needed, or think of someone right before they contact you. Jung called this synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that logic alone can't explain. These moments don't just happen. They're responses to the resonance you're broadcasting inwardly. Gratitude opens you to this subtle language. It's as if the universe senses you're ready to co-create rather than drift. When you focus on what you already have instead of what's missing, your attention shifts, and where attention goes, energy flows. Jung reminded us that whatever remains unconscious will rule our lives, and we will call it destiny. Gratitude brings the unconscious into the light. You stop operating on autopilot. Instead, you begin noticing subtle signs, conversations, nudges, as puzzle pieces of a larger pattern. The more grateful you become, the more life seems to respond. Imagine a person waking up each morning not thinking, "What's wrong today?" but instead, "What will be given?" That person sees differently and attracts differently. People enjoy being near them because their presence feels like home. Little miracles become ordinary not through luck, but alignment. Gratitude acts like a tuner, adjusting you to the frequency of flow. When you're in flow, events come together not according to the ego's plan, but according to the soul's design. It's not about control, it's about trust. But when you live from scarcity, your attention clings to emptiness. Every outcome becomes proof that life is unfair, and even synchronicities pass unnoticed. Jung once said coincidence is how the divine walks unseen. But without presence, we never catch a glimpse. Gratitude wakes us up. It opens the inner eye that sees more than the physical. At that point, coincidence becomes invitation, a doorway. There are people who repeat the same painful cycles. Different partners, different jobs, different cities, yet the same emptiness. Not by accident, by unconscious pattern. Jungian psychology calls this the shadow's influence. Undiscovered beliefs steering the wheel. Self-sabotage rarely comes from self-hatred. It comes from a hidden conviction that we aren't worthy. Gratitude is one of the few forces strong enough to interrupt that narrative. When you focus daily on what you've been given, you undermine scarcity at its foundation. That's the first crack in the cycle. Self-sabotage thrives on comparison, inner criticism, and the endless fantasy of being somewhere else, someone else. Gratitude roots you in the present moment. It invites you to witness yourself instead of judge yourself. You don't suddenly have to love every flaw. You simply shift how you look at yourself, through the lens of kindness rather than punishment. Jung taught that whatever we reject in ourselves doesn't disappear. It hides. Gratitude is acknowledgement. When you can say thank you even for your failures, you no longer need to punish yourself. And when you stop punishing yourself, you stop sabotaging your own steps. You realize you don't need to earn your right to exist. Imagine someone raised to believe that love must be earned, to be quieter, nicer, perfect. That voice becomes internal law. They shy away from opportunities, push away intimacy, and run from success. But gratitude can be the fracture in that spell. When they see they've already received so much, even in hardship, a new thought emerges. What if nothing is wrong with me? What if I'm already enough? That's not an affirmation. It's a revolution. Gratitude isn't a trick of positive thinking. It's a refusal to worship scarcity. Jung said what we resist persists and what we accept transforms. When you stop battling your imperfection, you start living authentically, and authenticity requires no sabotage. There's nothing to destroy if you already believe you deserve what arrives. Gratitude becomes a mirror, showing not who you must become one day, but who you already are, beauty and wounds side by side. That's when you finally step out of repetition. Many ask, what is my purpose? Why am I here? But few ask the deeper question, am I creating space for my purpose to find me? Jung wrote that light doesn't come by pretending everything is beautiful, but by illuminating what is dark. In that way, gratitude becomes a lighthouse. Gratitude doesn't always point to a single destination. Instead, it shifts the way you see the path beneath your feet. It changes how you interpret what's already in your life. Rather than chasing something bigger or endlessly waiting for the next milestone, you begin to realize you're already moving, already transforming. Just in a dialect, life doesn't always speak directly. Gratitude doesn't hand you answers. It softens the questions. It removes the panic from our searching and gives curiosity space to breathe. When you learn to live with this awareness, life stops feeling like a series of obstacles you must conquer before you're allowed to be enough. You stop rushing. You stop wrestling. You remember that the road and the destination are equally sacred, and sometimes the road matters more. Gratitude isn't a finish line. It's a way of walking. It's what turns ordinary seconds into meaningful ones. Even when nothing visible changes on the outside, everything changes within. Jung saw the human journey not as something we control, but something we slowly harmonize with as we mature psychologically. Gratitude becomes the bridge between who you are now and who you're becoming. You can't always see the bridge, but you can feel it. In the chest, where control ends and trust begins. Imagine someone who spent years chasing goals borrowed from others, family expectations, cultural demands, old childhood voices. Then suddenly life halts. A breakup, a health scare, a job loss. Into that emptiness comes something unexpected. Room. But only if you don't drown that room in fear. Showing gratitude for emptiness is an act of bravery. It sounds like, I don't know where this leads, but I trust there's meaning. When you can say that, doors you didn't know existed begin to appear. You meet people who feel strangely familiar. Synchronicities multiply. Fate doesn't arrive like thunder. It whispers. You only hear it when you're present, and presence grows from gratitude. You don't need the full map to begin. One true step is enough. Gratitude teaches you to trust the moment before you understand it. In depth psychology, destiny isn't an external script. It's the quiet voice of the soul asking you to stop living someone else's life. That voice is delicate. You must be quiet to hear it. Gratitude quiets the noise, around you and inside you. It gives you a moment where you can breathe and sense, I am exactly where I need to be, even if I can't explain why. Maybe destiny isn't a place to arrive, but a way of being that opens what's most authentic in you. Consider someone who wakes up every morning thinking, I'm not there yet. I don't have enough. I'm still behind. They don't realize they're living inside a constant state of almost. But life only happens in the now. Without gratitude for what already exists, health, shelter, a single genuine connection, the flavor of life dulls. And when something loses its taste, we stop being curious. We stop reaching. The body may move, but the soul locks its doors. The absence of gratitude is not bad manners. It's spiritual malnutrition. And just like the body weakens without nutrients, the soul collapses without appreciation. When gratitude is missing, we fail to recognize opportunities, not because they aren't there, but because we can't see them. Our perception becomes the cage. Jung often emphasized that the external world mirrors the internal one. When scarcity rules inside, the world appears cold. When gratitude opens, even an ordinary sunrise feels like hope. This isn't pretending everything is perfect. It's noticing that even in difficulty, something remains worthy of thanks. That simple act opens your vision. When vision opens, opportunities previously invisible start walking toward you. The lack of gratitude is often self-protection. If nothing matters, I don't have to risk. But that refusal also prevents life from touching you. Existence shrinks into survival. Gratitude returns movement, inward and outward. It's like opening a window in a suffocating room. It doesn't fix everything instantly, but suddenly there's air, breath, space. Blessings rarely arrive like lightning. They're more like seeds, and soil without gratitude never grows. So if life feels stuck, don't ask, what should I do? Ask, what can I genuinely appreciate today? That single shift can alter the trajectory of your entire path. Gratitude isn't reserved for peaceful moments. It's not a tidy list in a journal. It's a way of being, a lens that colors every moment. Jung taught that psychological growth begins when we acknowledge our inner contradictions. Gratitude thrives in that acknowledgement. It isn't about feeling thankful only when life behaves. It becomes natural like breath. And as gratitude roots itself into your daily rhythm, you begin to sense value everywhere, even inside moments that appear dull or difficult at first glance. Practicing gratitude isn't a self-soothing ritual. It's transformation. It reorients how you see yourself, others, and reality itself. It's like rewiring perception. Instead of hunting for what's missing, you start noticing what's present. Every moment contains something you can honor, but only if you're awake enough to notice. At first, it may be small. A stranger's smile, a warm beam of sunlight, a full inhale after trouble. But tiny seeds become forests. Over time, gratitude becomes easier, more intuitive. Each grateful moment nudges your inner world toward balance, changes your chemistry. Jung emphasized consciousness as a healing force. When thoughts and emotions become conscious, harmony spreads into the body. Daily gratitude steadies the nervous system. It lifts mood, lowers stress, and strengthens resilience. It's not just mental medicine, it's holistic healing. Initially, gratitude can feel like a surface habit, something polite people do. But when you descend beneath the surface, you realize it's an invitation to meet yourself. It's like entering an inner garden where not only flowers grow, but dreams, fears, and longings. Gratitude draws you closer to yourself in a way chasing achievement never could. Each sincere moment of appreciation delivers a discovery. Maybe there's nothing left to prove. Maybe you don't have to outrun yourself. Gratitude frees you to live, not by striving but by receiving. Practicing it isn't just routine. It unlocks inner transformation. With each day of conscious appreciation, you crack open deeper truths about who you are. And though the process is gentle and gradual, its impact is profound. As gratitude becomes instinctive, you begin to see how much your inner world shapes the outer one. Life doesn't change first, you do. Then reality follows. Gratitude becomes more than a mental state. It becomes a soul posture. Gratitude isn't only a mindset. It's an energy that moves through your nerves, breath, and thoughts. From a depth psychology view, Jung spoke of the unconscious as a living field that shapes what we meet in the world. If every thought and feeling carries a frequency, then gratitude is one of the most potent fields we can generate. It behaves like magnetism. The more sincerely you radiate it, the more life answers on the same wavelength. In states of thankfulness, your energy becomes coherent, open, and tuned to the good, and people, chances, and events begin to align with that tone. This current doesn't stop at your skin. The gratitude you carry ripples outward. Picture walking into a crowded room while quietly rooted in appreciation. No grand gestures, just a steady inner glow. Others may not name it, yet they feel the shift. The grateful person often becomes someone others seek out, not for clever words, but for the atmosphere they bring. It's lighthouse energy, a calm beam in fog. As Jung observed, relationships mirror our inner harmony and disquiet. Gratitude softens those mirrors. It invites connection, eases defensiveness, and changes the emotional climate, from tension to permission. It draws in what complements your peace and naturally releases what contradicts it. Not magic, simply the energetic reality of how deeply we're interwoven. This dimension of gratitude touches the practical too. When you live from appreciation, your stance toward money, work, and health shifts. Instead of gripping scarcity, you notice existing abundance, and that awareness reveals options you previously overlooked. It's as if a subtle field around you starts catching opportunities, financial, professional, physical, because you're finally on their frequency. Gratitude turns you from passive consumer of circumstances into co-creator. Not by willpower alone, but by the resonance of inner alignment. It's not merely a feeling. It's one of the most authentic signals you can send into the world. And when you send it, life responds within you and through you. Suffering is part of being human. No one gets a pass. Jung taught that true transformation asks us to face and integrate the shadow, those exiled feelings and stories we'd rather avoid. Pain feels like an enemy, yet it often becomes the most direct teacher. In the thick of hardship, gratitude can feel impossible. That's precisely when it becomes a torch. It doesn't deny the dark. It gives enough light for the next step. Grateful presence in pain is not pretending. It's consenting to feel what's real, which invites deeper healing. Instead of numbing out or running, you begin to ask, what is this asking me to see? Appreciation reframes suffering as a refining fire, burning away illusions and revealing what truly matters. Without pain, we rarely notice how astonishing the simplest moments are. Gratitude in the midst of hurt is alchemical. When you can whisper thank you even through tears, not for the wound itself, but for what it may awaken, you open a channel for restoration. Jung would say transformation begins when the hidden becomes conscious. Gratitude is a kind of inner lantern. It illuminates the room you kept locked. Then pain becomes not only a source of ache, but a key to strength. This isn't think positive. It's a mature spiritual posture that converts suffering into foundation. You stop dodging life and start participating with it fully. Paradoxically, the hardest seasons become thresholds into a steadier peace. And yes, the body listens. Modern research echoes what Jung intuited. Sustained appreciation harmonizes body, mind, and spirit. Consistent gratitude correlates with stronger immunity, faster recovery, steadier mood, and less stress reactivity. Biochemically, it nudges hormones like oxytocin, settling the nervous system and easing the wear and tear of chronic tension. As inner friction softens, the body finds balance. Psychologically, gratitude heightens self-awareness without harsh self-judgment. You notice your limits and your gifts. You stop living only for the next achievement and start honoring what's already here. Presence replaces comparison. Small joys that once slipped past your attention begin to register. A kind glance, a patch of warm sun, the relief of a deep breath. Bit by bit, your relationship to life changes. You meet challenges with more steadiness because you're anchored in what's meaningful now. In its purest form, gratitude is the art of being fully here. It's not a performative list or a polite habit. It's a daily reorientation that rewires perception, so the ordinary becomes significant and even difficulty carries purpose. Practice it consistently and you'll feel the chemistry of your inner world shift, thought by thought, breath by breath. As that inner world changes, the outer one starts to reflect it. Gratitude, then, is more than a mood. It's the frequency of a soul in harmony. Gratitude is, at its core, a quiet declaration that life, even with its tests, storms, and detours, is still worthy of being embraced with a full heart. When we lean into appreciation, we're not just improving our mood for a moment. We begin living in alignment with our own inner compass. Something subtle shifts. Body, mind, and spirit draw closer together. The result isn't measured only in health, but in the quality of our experience. People who practice genuine gratitude don't necessarily have easier lives. They simply meet life with more presence, resilience, and meaning. There are times when the road feels twisted, when direction seems lost, and the horizon looks far away. In those seasons, doubt creeps in. We question our purpose, wonder if life is cooperating with us or working against us. Yet Jung understood something profound. The universe speaks in symbols, hints, and meaningful coincidences. Gratitude is what tunes us to those messages. Without it, we walk right past signposts meant to guide us. When we remember to be thankful, our perception sharpens. Small moments stand out. A conversation that arrives at the perfect time. A stranger's kindness that lifts the fog. Or sudden clarity that breaks through our confusion. These aren't accidents. Gratitude opens our inner eye to the choreography of life, to the invisible threads connecting us to greater possibilities. We begin to notice patterns we never saw before, and slowly, it becomes harder to believe in pure coincidence. Jung used the word synchronicity to describe this mysterious intelligence behind the scenes, a subtle order woven through what appears random. When gratitude becomes our lens, the mind and heart soften just enough to sense these currents. Instead of chaos, we start seeing a quiet harmony. Each person we meet, each challenge we endure, each joy we celebrate fits like a puzzle piece into something larger than we imagined. From this place, hardship looks different. Gratitude doesn't deny difficulty. It transforms our relationship to it. Obstacles stop feeling like punishments and begin to look like initiations, invitations to grow, to expand, to step further into who we're becoming. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we whisper, "What is this shaping in me?" With grateful eyes, life becomes less random and more purposeful. And suddenly everything feels richer. Where we once saw disconnected events, we now sense a story unfolding. Instead of feeling alone in a vast universe, we feel held by it. Gratitude reveals that the path is not something we must force. It's something we can learn to recognize. When the heart is open, guidance appears. Coincidence becomes conversation. Circumstances begin to flow. Life doesn't just happen to us anymore. It starts to happen with us. At the end of the day, gratitude isn't just something we feel. It's something we become. When you choose appreciation, you shift the frequency of your mind, your heart, and your entire reality. You become more open, more present, and more alive. And remember this, you can't wait for life to be perfect before you're grateful. Gratitude is what makes life feel complete. So tonight, before you sleep, thank life for one thing. Even if it's small, let that tiny spark be the beginning of something bigger. If this message spoke to you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this reminder. And tell me in the comments, backhand index pointing right, what are you grateful for today? Your words might inspire someone more than you think. Until next time, stay awake, stay aware, and never stop growing. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe for more gentle reminders of your inner power.